Welcome, students. Now we are going to proceed towards part 2 of the chapter Madam Rides the Bus. In part 1, we have seen how the desire of traveling by bus took place in the heart of Wali. For that, Wali had taken some precautions. Wali had collected some necessary details regarding bus journey. She collected the basic information with the help of neighbors. In other words, we can say she collected the information regarding bus journey by listening the conversation that took place among neighbors. Most importantly, one of her friend also traveled by bus. She also expressed her experiences. So, in this way, in part 1, we have seen Wali had collected the information regarding bus journey. For example, uh, what is the fare, what is the distance between the town and her village. So, such kind of general information she gathered. Now we are going to discuss part 2. See para number 1. Well, one spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when a small voice was heard shouting. So, this is the situation. When the bus was about to leave the village, or you can say when the bus was about to turn, at the same time, what happened? A small voice was heard shouting. Here, a small voice refers to the voice of Wali shouting, "Stop the bus! Stop the bus!" In this way, Wali was shouting, "Stop the bus! Stop the bus!" and a tiny hand was raised commandingly. You see how we stop the bus? Okay, in the same way, Tiny also raised her hand in order to stop the bus. She started crying, "Stop the bus, stop the bus," and she also raised her hand in order to stop the bus. The bus slowed down to crawl. The conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then, tell whoever it is to come quickly." "It is me," shouted Wali. Meaning is this, that when the bus slowed down, conductor looked outside of the door and asking, "Who is coming? Come fast." So Wali shouted, "It is me, it is me," who wanted to stop the bus. "I am one who has to get on." Wali shouted, "It is me. I am one who has to get on." Okay. By now the bus had come to a stop and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so?" "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Wali. So Wali said to conductor that she had a desire to travel by bus and she was going to town. Still standing outside the bus, the conversation was taking place between conductor and Wali. "Here is my money. Take the money." She showed the money to conductor. She showed him some coins. Remember, What was the fare? That is 30 paise per trip. That was the fare. She collected it. Okay. Now she showed him some coins. Okay, but you must get on the bus, said the conductor, and he stretched out a hand to help her. She said, never mind, I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me. So this was the instruction given by Wali. So in this paragraph, we have noticed that how Wali had stopped the bus and what kind of conversation took place between Wali and conductor. And here we see through the conversation between Wali and conductor, we found that Wali was a brave girl. She was a courageous girl. When conductor was trying to help her, she said, never mind, I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me. So इस पैराग्राफ में हमने देखा कि कैसे वाली ने बस रुकवाया, और हम ये भी देखते हैं कि वाली और कंडक्टर के बीच कन्वर्सेशन होती है और वाली उसे 30 पैसे शो करती है, सम कॉइन शो करती है, ये फेयर के लिए है, आप इसको ले लो, मैं बस में क्या करना चाहती हूँ, चढ़ना चाहती हूँ। जैसे ही कंडक्टर उसको हेल्प करता है, बोलता है नेवर माइंड, वाली कहती है नेवर माइंड, आई कैन गेट ऑन बाई माई सेल्फ, आई डू नॉट नीड योर हेल्प. So this line shows that she was very courageous girl, she was a brave girl, and you can also say that she is a brave girl because she had decided to travel by bus quite alone. Okay, now we proceed to next paragraph, that is paragraph number 2. Now this is the scene of inside the bus. Remember in the paragraph 1, she stopped the bus, conductor allowed her to enter the bus. Now see what happened. Conductor was a jolly sort, fond of joking. Okay, conductor was fond of joking. Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam, he said. Conductor said jokingly, in a joking way, oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam. Here, have a seat right up there in front. Everybody move aside, please. Make a way for madam. So this is the way how a conductor was welcoming Wali. It was the slack time of day. Means slack time of day refers to when the work is less. Okay, there is no work, you can say. It was the slack time of day, and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. Why there is less passengers on the bus? Because of the slack time of day. They were all looking at Wali and laughing with the conductor. Wali was overcome with shyness. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. You see in the figure, you can see there is a small girl, and that girl is Wali. So in paragraph number 2, we have noticed that how the conductor behaved, how he welcomed Wali. We came across the way of welcoming the small girl, that is Wali. She was welcomed by the conductor. Next, we noticed that Wali was overcome with shyness. When everyone was laughing, she was filled with the shyness. She was overcome with shyness. So she was trying to avoid others' eyes. So पॉइंट नंबर 2 में हमने देखा कि कंडक्टर का यहाँ पे हमें एक नेचर दिखता है. वो किस तरह का व्यक्ति है? जॉली सॉर्ट है, और उसका मजाक करना उसकी आदत है. उसी मजाक करते हुए कहता है कि मैडम आप गुस्सा मत होइए, आइए आपके लिए सीट खाली है, पहले आप उस बैठिए। और स्लैक टाइम ऑफ डे होने के कारण, मतलब काम बहुत कम होने के कारण ज़्यादा भीड़ नहीं थी बस में, और आराम से वाली बैठती है। और सभी उसको देख करके, वाली को देख करके हंसते हैं, बड़े ध्यान से देखते हैं। और ऐसे होने पर वाली साइनस से भर जाती है, वो सभी के इग्नोर करती है और जाके खाली सीट पे बैठ जाती है। सो इट हैपेंस इन pair number 2. Okay, now come to pair number 3. Now conductor asked, when Wali occupied her seat, after that conductor asked, may we start now, ma'am? If you say, then we move forward. Smiling, this time he was smiling, conductor was smiling. He asked, ma'am, we start now? Then he blew his whistle twice, and the bus moved forward with a roar. It was a new bus. Its outside painted a gleaming white with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bar shone like silver directly in front of Wali. Above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock. The seats were soft and luxurious. So in pair number 3, we have seen that a conductor simply asked Wali, may we start now? After that, the conductor whistled twice and bus started moving forward with a roar. After that, we have seen the description of the bus. What sort of bus it is, that is also described by the writer in this paragraph. It was a new bus, it was painted, okay, and there is stripes also, there is a clock also, okay. Directly in front of Wali, above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock also. And what kind of seats? That is, seats were soft and luxurious. So here we have seen pair number 3, the description of the bus. Now you keep only 2 points in pair number 3. First, how how the conductor asked Wali to move forward. Secondly, we see the description. Now we move to pair number 4. Wali devoured everything with her eyes. She looked towards everything, whatever she saw. She observed everything minutely. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. You see, she was a small girl, and when she was sitting, at that time she was not able to look outside properly. You see, because some part is covered because of the window. See, that's why when she started to look outside, when she is trying to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. Okay, she was a small girl, she was sitting on her seat, and she found that she was not able to look outside of the window properly. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. So she looked outside, she started looking outside. Blind, the part which covered her eyes from looking outside, that is blind here. Thus the bus was now going along the bank of a canal. Now this is the description of the scene. This is the description of the scene which was seen by Wali. Now the bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. One side there was a canal, and beyond it palm trees, grassland, distant mountains, the blue sky. On the other side was a deep ditch, and then acres and acres of green fields, green as far as the eye could see. Here you can see in the figure what is happening. Mountain is there, greenery is there, some houses are there. So all these things are observed by Wali when she was traveling. Okay, so in pair number 4 we have seen that what kind of problem Wali faced when she was trying to look outside, and that's why she stood on her seat in order to look outside. And when she looked outside, the description of uh, outside was described by the writer in a beautiful way, or we can say what Wali saw outside of the window. When she was trying to look outside of the window, then what she had observed, all these things are described in this paragraph 4. Okay, सो पैन नंबर 4 में हमने देखा कि वाली जो अपनी सीट बैठ गई और बैठ कर जो बाहर देखने की कोशिश कर रही थी, तो बस का कुछ पार्ट क्या है उसको बाहर देखने से रोक रहा है। छोटी है, कुछ भाग दिख रहा है, कुछ नहीं दिख रहा, इसलिए वो खड़ी हो जाती है और बाहर देखती है। ठीक है, और बस जब आगे बढ़ रही होती है तो क्या देखती है, एक कैनल देखती है और ये पाती है रोड क्या है, बहुत ही नैरो है। और दूसरी चीज़ वो देखती है कैनाल है, उसके आगे क्या है, पीछे जो है पाम ट्रीज़ है, ग्रास लैंड है, माउंटेन है, ब्लू स्काई हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें देखती है वाली। अदर साइड वाज अ डीप डिच है, एकर्स एंड एकर्स ऑफ ग्रीन फील्ड्स हैं, सो ग्रीन एंड ग्रीन एज फार एज द आई कुड सी. So in para number 4, Wali had seen several things. So all these things are described by the writer in the para number 4. And why did she stand up on her seat? The reason is very clear. When she was sitting on the seat at that time, she was not able to see outside. Okay, so this we have discussed. Clear.